Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi ishrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilman ajma'in inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase in all of us knowledge. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this new session, brothers and sisters. We'll begin with lesson 15. It's very interesting, nothing difficult. A very entirely different concept will come in lesson 16. I think I'll touch base it today, and I would request you to go through it at home also, inshallah. Okay, brothers and sisters, here we begin. Fatayatu. Fatayatu is the plural of fatatun. And in the last lesson 14, we are talking about young brothers. Now we are talking about young sisters. So Fatatun is one young lady. Fatayatun is group of young ladies. So they are coming to the house of Zainab, and when they enter the house, I am just assuming, all of them say together, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Al-Fatayatu. Then Zainab replies, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And then Zainab asked them, Man antunna, ya akhawatu. Ya akhawatu, man antunna. Who are you, O sisters? In the last example, in the last lesson, the question was, Man antum. And now it is man antunna, because these are ladies. In the last example, one of the brothers said, Ahduhum, one of them. And here we have ihdahum. Ihdahum. See, in English, ahduhum, one of them. In Arabic, it's different, little different. Hum signifies masculine, and aidahunna also means one of them, but here hun signifies feminine gender. So that's a very big difference. Aiduhum, aidahunna. In English, we will only say one of them. That's it. Nahnu banatu Sheikh Abbasin. So you can easily say Nahnu mubtada, banatu khabar, wa huwa mudaf, and al-Shaykhi mudaf ilayhi. We are the daughters of Sheikh, and Abbas is the badal for Sheikh. But you don't have to worry if you don't remember. Don't worry at all. We'll be repeating these things very often, inshallah. So when they say Nahnu banatu Shaykhi Abbasin, Zainab replies, Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. Welcome. This is how you say in Arabic, welcome. Ammu kunna. Ammu kunna, your mother. Mother of all those ladies, they were in front of her. Ammu kunna ustazati. She is my teacher. Okay. Now here, brother and sister, let me point out that this is a murakab of two words This is also murakab of two words. Maybe I will write it down. So it is ummu plus kunna, and here also it is ustazatu. Then we have ya mutakallim, which makes it ustazati. This ya makes it ustazati. So if I were to analyze it, I'm only analyzing because it's simple. Ummu mubtada wa huwa mudaf, kunna mudaf ilayhi. Ustazatu, it's the khabar. Wa huwa mudaf, and ya mutakallim mudaf ilayhi. So they are mudaf, mudaf ilayhi, mudaf, mudaf ilayhi, mubtada and khabar. Your mother is my teacher. Kaifa haluhu? How is she? Kaifa haluhu? How is she? Now again, ihdahunna, one of them replies, ihdahunna, hiya bi khairin, walhamdulillah. Hiya mubtada bi khairin, jar majrur shibu jumla khabar. Walhamdulillah, this is very important to say. When somebody asks you, kaifa haluka, wa kaifa haluki, you reply, ana bi khair, walhamdulillah, inshallah. You'll remember that. No? Alhamdu mubtada, lillahi jar majrur, shibu jumla khabar. Zainab, aina hiya al-ana? Where is she now? Ihdahunna, one of them replies, hiya mubtada, al-ana zarf. Zarf zaman, now. And where is the khabar? Fir Riyadh. She is in Riyadh at this moment now. So Zainab is asking, Mata zahabat? Oh. Now you see, I'm trying all my best over these last many lessons, my brother and sister, that we must understand. I put a lot of emphasis on understanding pronouns, and we did it many, many times. And I want you to sing it at home so that the pronouns remain in your mind all the time. That will make things very, very easy for us. Here I ask you something. Zahabat. Now, see, there are two things. Zahaba is the verb, okay? Zahaba means he went. And when you add ta'u tanisi, this is the ta feminine, it becomes she went. She went, okay? Mata zahabat. When did she go? Mata zahabat. So answer is, so here is zahaba is a fi'lu madin mabniun ala fatah. Ta'u tanisi, fa'il mustatir taqdiruhu hiya. Now I am saying all these things. I would like you to remember these things, but I am not going to push you to memorize it. Take your time. If you come to the class, inshallah, you will remember it without making any effort. You will memorize it, inshallah. This is what I am aiming. So I say it, if you can grasp it as much as you can, and if you cannot, what shall I say? Don't worry. We'll be doing it again and again and again. So, zahabat means she went. So same thing, zahaba, fi'lu ma'din, mabniun ala fatah, and ta'u ta'nisi. Fa'il mustatir, taqdiruhu here. She went, qabla. Now, I don't think we did this or not, but I want you to emphasize this. Probably we did it. Qabla is a zarf. Qabla and Ba'da. Ba'da. Qabla and Ba'da. Qabla is before, Ba'da is after. This is zarf. And when the zarf comes, most of the time we will have a mudaf ilayhi, uthbuhin. So whenever zarf comes, most of the time, not all zarf will have mudaf ilayhi. For example, al-ana is a zarfu zaman, adverb of time, but it doesn't have mudaf ilayhi. But this has a mudaf ilayhi. It is important. So she went a week ago. Okay. Then the Zainab is asking, Man zahaba ma'aha? Who went with her? Who went with her? Ihdahunna. Now, this is very important, beautiful sentence. I will test your mind. Very important. Follow it as much as you can. As much as you can. Zahaba, I know Zahaba is a fail. We have to look, is the file in the sentence somewhere there? We have to look at this. And sometimes you will find it. Okay, see here, Akhu is the file. Akhu is the file, and Akhu has got two words, Akhuna, our brother. Akhu, file, wa huwa mudaf, na is mudaf ilayhi. So, how do I do it now? Dhahaba ma'aha, with her, Akhuna. Ma is also a zarf. Is also a zarf. And then ha is mudaf ilayhi. Okay. So I can change the sentence just to show you how it can be understood better, just for the sake of understanding better. We can change it. Zahaba akhuna. Zahaba, there is the file akhuna. File is only akhu. Wa huwa mudaf and then mudaf ilayhi. Okay. You can say Dhahaba akhuna Ibrahimu ma'aha, with her. So okay, what is the value of Ibrahimu? Because every noun, verb, preposition, all these things have certain specific value in the sentence. They have a place, grammatical place in the sentence. Dhahaba akhuna Ibrahimu ma'aha. That makes it very easy to say, okay, akhuna is the file. But as you will advance in studies, Allah will bless you with that sharpness. You will become very strong. You will understand everything. Inshallah, everything. So, brother, zahaba fi'al, ma zarf, ha mudaf ilayhi, ha goes to the teacher, and then akhu, fa'il, mudaf ilayhi. Okay, brother, what is the value of the Ibrahim now? Ibrahim is the badal for akhu, if you can remember. Because see, Dr. Abdurrahim doesn't say all these things. I'm saying on my own, make you strong. If I were to only show you few things without explaining all that thing, maybe in a year or so, you will say, it's very difficult, I don't follow it. But the way I'm preparing you, you will always enjoy. You will always find that Arabic is fun to learn. Arabic is a joy to learn. This is where I'm driving my thoughts to take you to that stage, inshallah. Okay? So Ibrahimu is a badal. If you don't understand, don't worry. We'll be doing, many sentences will come. We'll be doing like that. Now, Zainab says, Kaifa halukunna? Huh? Kaifa halukunna? Now, see here, Kaifa halukum. Last time we said, I can say to you, to a brother, Kaifa haluka. I can say to sisters, Kaifa haluki. Now, Zainab is saying, Kaifa halukunna. So, who's this kunna? The sisters who are in front of her. Halukunna. Okay? Halukunna. How are you all? With the brothers, it was Kaifa halukum. Fine. What is the reply? Reply is Nahnu. Aydahuma says Nahnu. Nahnu is a Mubtada, bi khair, jar majroor, shibu jumla khabar. Again, walhamdulillah, same thing, complete sentence. Alhamdu mubtada, lillahi, jar majroor, shibu jumla khabar. Now I want to point out to you. See, kunna change into na. Kunna we change into nahnu, nahnu, nahnu. And if we had instead of kunna kaifa halukum, we will still start with nahnu. If I say kaifa haluki, you will say ana bi khairin. If I say kaifa haluka, you will also say ana bi khairin. Remember that, inshallah, it will make a lot of sense. Zainab say, now she's asking another question. Fi ayyi madrasatin antunna? In which school you all are? Antunna. What is the answer? Again, antunna, jawab, nahnu. Nahnu. Okay. So nahnu is a mubtada. Fil madrasati jar majrur shibu jumla khabar. And mutawassitati is the not for al madrasati. Al madrasati al mutawassatati. Al madrasati al mutawassati. Wasatati. Fine. Middle school. Now is a nice question here. We did last time also with a masculine. Mata ikhtibaru kunna. See here, it is ikhtibar. So we have to join them. Mata ikhtibaru kunna. Mata ikhtibaru kunna. When are your exams? Same answer like before. Ikhtibaruna. Our example. Exam. Our example. Ikhtibaru mubtada wa huwa mudaf na mudaf ilayhi. Here comes ba'da. Before we said qabla, ago, ba'da, after. Ikhtibaruna, our exam is after 1 month. Ba'da shahrin. Now, ba'da is a zarf and shahrin is mudaf ilayhi. Now, here is something interesting. I want to analyze it. Just please remember. You know it, but please remember. Ikhtibaru, mubtada, wa huwa mudaf, na mudaf ilayhi. Where is the khabar? Khabar is only ba'da, that's it. What will you say? Ba'da, zarf. That's all. Ba'da, zarf, and you will describe it. Shibu jumla khabar. Jar majroor can be shibu jumla, and zarf alone can be shibu jumla. So you will remember ba'da, zarf, shibu jumla khabar. And what is this now, my brothers and sisters? This is your mudaf ilayhi. Zainab, أذهبتن? Did you go to school? إلى المدرسة اليوم? Did you go to school today? نعم. ذهبنا ورجعنا. Now I ask you, my brother and sister, can you define ذهبنا? I will write down. ذهبنا. Raja plus na. Okay. Dhahab, na, raja, na. So this is your fi'l. Now you will describe this as a fi'l madin mabniun ala sukun. Mabniun ala sukun. And what is this na doing here? That's the file. That's the file. Huh? And then raja with a sukun here. This is your fi'l madin mabniun ala sukun. And this, what is this na doing here? Na is the file. Keep that in mind, my brothers and sisters. Now, these are the questions. You can find the answers from the main lesson, or you can, I don't mind if you even look to the key, but try to write it. Writing is extremely important, most important. Man antunna, as soon as you see antunna, your answer will be nahnu. Nahnu banat, nahnu banatu. Here I made an error. I will correct myself. Shaykhi. Banatu. Shaykhi Abbasin. Huh? We are the daughters of Sheikh Abbas. Number 2, Aina Ummukunna. Huh? What will you say? Ummuna. You can say Ummuna. Ummuna for Riyadh. Our mother is in Riyadh. Aina Baitukunna. See, Aina Baitukunna. So then your answer will be Baituna. Aina Baitukunna, Baituna, whatever you want to say. Karibun lil Matar. Our house is closer to the airport. Number 4, Aina Kukunna. Aina Kukunna. What will be your answer? Zahaba ma ummina ila Riyadh. Now here, we straight away say Zahaba ma zarf ummi. This is majroor because of ma. Ummi na mudaf ilayhi ila Riyadh jar majroor. Now because this is a verbal sentence, we don't describe jar majroor shibu jumla. There is no need for it. Only jar majroor shibu jumla comes when we want to define jumla ismiya. And when there is a mubtada and khabar, at that stage, we can define the way we define shibu jumla. So here we will just say zahaba. So where is the file of zahaba? Akhu. File is the akhu. He. Now, you won't say he. He's in English. Huwa. Huwa. And who's that huwa? Akhu. Just keep that in mind. Aina madrasatu kunna. Where is your school? So your answer will begin madrasatuna. See, kunna will become na. Madrasatuna. Amamal. You can say in front of Amamal Baitina, in front of our house. Or you can say Khalfa Baitina, whatever you want to say. Just make a correct sentence, inshallah. As azabtunna ila al-madrasati al-yawm? Naam. Zahabna. Okay? Zahabna. Wa raja'ana. We went and we returned. Alhamdulillah. Now, again, I say, my brothers and sisters, if you understand the pronouns, the lesson is nothing but halwa puri. You will all love it. It's easy. The way the Madina books is designed, step by step, step by step. In this lesson, we are learning about the plural, and then how it differs from masculine to feminine. And we are now saying this is masculine, antum, and this is feminine, antunna. I cannot put more emphasis to the pronoun than I have been doing. I only hope you will sing this song whenever you are free. Huwa huma hun, hiya huma hunna, hiya huma hum, hiya, no, I beg your pardon. Forgive me, my brothers and sisters. Sometimes I getting old, that's what I can say. Huwa huma hum, hiya huma hunna. See, hum hunna. Anta, antuma, antum, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu, ana, nahnu. Three things, three pronouns. Huwa, huma, hum. Again, feminine, hiya, huma, hunna. Then again, mukhatab, second person, anta, antuma, antum, and then anti, antuma, antunna, and then for the first person, I and we have both masculine and feminine together. So here, the question is, what is the question, my brothers and sisters? Misal, this is your example. You have to follow it. It's very easy. Antum tulabun, are you students? So if you're asking this question to the group of sisters, what will you say? Antunna. Antum change into antunna. Okay? And then tulabun change into talibatun. It's a difference. In English, it will all be same. Students, students, students. Now, you have to understand one more thing, my brother and sister. I'm writing here, a and antum. See, there are two things. A is a hamzatul istifham, hamza of asking a question. And antum, my brother and sister, antum is a pronoun. But a will always be written together. It will be written together. Don't get confused. Antum, antum, are you all? Same will be here. Antunna. Now what will be? Antum mudarisuna. What will be your answer here? Antunna, antunna, antunna. What is the plural of mudarisun? Feminine. Mudarisatun. Mudarisatun. Jama muzakkar salim. Mudarisatun. Okay. Mudarisatun. Antum attibba'u. Are you doctors? What will you say here? Antunna tabibatu. Tabibatun. Now here, antum ikhwatu hamidin. Antum, are you the brothers of Hamid? What will you say here? Antunna akhwatu hamidin. Akhwatu hamidin. Maybe next time I'll complete more into here. Antum muslimuna. Now what will you say to the sisters? Antunna. Antunna muslimatun. We are doing jama, you remember? This is very beautiful. Beautiful exercise. Write it, write it, write it. Writing will make you strong and perfect, inshallah. Oh, there's more to it now. Antum, antum, antum. God, what's happening? Very sensitive. Everything is very sensitive. Okay. Antum, Mamu Muhammadin. This is the plural of Ammun, paternal uncle, father's brother. Antum Mamu Muhammadin. So this is father's sister. Ammatun will become Ammatu. So what will you say here? Antunna Ammatu. Then you write down this Muhammadin here. Ammatu Muhammadin. Okay, here next question. Antum Abnaul Mudiri. Are you the sons of the Mudir? What will you say here? Antunna Banatul Mudiri. Banatul Mudiri. Antunna Banatul Mudiri. Now here you say Antum Abau Tulabi. Are you all fathers of the students? What will you say here? You will say, I will write down here. Antunna Ummahatu Talibati. You will write down like that. Antunna Antunna Ummahatu Talibati means you are the mothers of the students. You know, there's a school gathering, all the parents come. So probably this is from there, the situation, you know. This is another halwa puri, my brothers and sisters. Very, very easy. I have highlighted some. Look at this. Baitukum, baitukum, baitukunna. Did you see kum change into kunna? Ikhwanu, brothers, change into akhawatu, brothers, sisters. So here, aina akhukum, ya ikhwanu, aina akhukum, ya ikhwanu. What will you say? Aina, akhu will remain same. Akhu will not change. Akhu will remain same. Aina akhukunna, ya akhawatu. Aina, see, this will also not change. It will remain same. Same. So that makes it very easy, you know. But you have to write. The more you write, you get better and better in writing, and your memory will become very sharp, my brothers and sisters. Aina akhukunna, ya ikhwat, brother. There can be nothing more easier than this. Aina madrasatukum. So what will you say? Aina madrasatu kunna. What will you say? Kunna. Ya akhawatu. Matakhtibarukum. So what will you say? Matakhtibarukunna. That's all you have to do it. Ahaza ammukum. Ahaza ammukunna. And in the end, you will say, Ya akhawati. All the time, Ya akhawati, you will say. Fine. Abaitukum karibun, ya ikhwanu. What will you say? Abaitukunna. That's all. Karibun, ya ikhwanu. Ya akhwatu. And here, fi ayyi shahrin ikhtibarukum, ya ikhwanu. You will say, fi ayyi shahrin ikhtibarukunna, ya ikhwanu. Did you get the idea? That's easy. But writing is very important. Now, brothers and sisters. This is so very beautiful. Beautiful, easy exercise for you to practice. See here, remember, I just sang the song to you. Anta antuma antum, anti antuma antunna. Now tell me what is missing. What is missing? Anta singular, antum plural, more than two. We are missing the plural, antuma, antuma. Same here, anti singular, antunna more than two. What about two? So what will you say? Antuma again. Anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. But Dr. Abdurrahim does not use plurals. I mean duals, I beg your pardon. Dr. Abdurrahim does not use much dual till at the end of book 2. But I'm asking you, it's better we do everything in sequence. So when you do pronouns in sequence, then we must say dual also because they do exist in the language. It's a part of it. And when you do verb conjugation, even though we may not use dual, it comes in the Quran, but it is important to do it in sequence. This is the way I was taught. And I bless my teachers. They made me very strong following the sequence, proper sequence of 14 pronouns. Remember, 14 pronouns, proper sequence. So it's very important we do it that way. But right now, there are no duals. So what you will just say, you will use only these things. Now, this is very easy. You are asking a question to somebody who's in front of you. So what is it? Muslimun. What will you say here? Muslimun, this is muzakkar, masculine. What will you say? Anta, anta, Muslimun. I'm not writing it. I want you to write it at home. If you get confused, you can follow the key to the answers. It's very easy. Now, maridatun, somebody is a feminine. So what will you say? Anti. This is singular. So singular, anta, anti. Anti maridatun. Are you sick? Tabibatu. Doctors, plural. So what will you say to some ladies near the hospital or in the hospital? Antunna. Tabibatum. Are you doctors? Now, tujaru, plural. And masculine. So what will you say? Antum tujarun. Now this is singular, muannas, bintul mudarisi. Bintul mudarisi. So what will you do now? What will you say? Anti. Anti bintul mudarisi. Now this is plural. This is plural. Muannas. What will you say? Antunna akhawatu abasin. Antunna. I will, inshallah, next time I'll write down all these things, proper vowel signs for you to understand. Antunna akhwatu abasin. Now this is tullabun. Masculine, plural. So what will you say? Antum tullabun. You will say antum tullabun. That's it. It's very good exercise. Okay. Now this was anta, antum, anti, antunna. These are the pronouns. We call them munfasil because they are detached. They are detached pronouns. Huwa, huma, hum. The way we say huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. These are detached pronouns. There's a name for it. Damirul munfasilun. Separate. Now, this is exercises damirun muttasilun. These are attached pronouns. They will only be attached to the noun. Attached to the noun, yes, or maybe also they can be attached to the verb also. But when the verb comes, we'll look into it with more minutely, inshallah. So here, Abaitu, now Sim, whom are you asking? That is important to understand. Whom are you asking? Brothers. So what will you say? Ainu? Aina, what will you say? Aina baitu kum. Aina baitu kum. Aina baitu kum. Maybe I should write it. What are you doing here? You are asking Hamid. So what will you say? Ahaza kitabu. What will you say? To Hamid, will you say kitabuka or ki? What will you say? To kitabuka. See here also, there is no vowel sign. It is ka and this is ki. Fine. Ahaza kitabuka ya Hamidun. Now you will say Sa'atu, this is Monas, and you are talking to Layla. What will you say? Sa'atu ki. Your watch, Sa'atu ki Jamilatun. Your watch is very beautiful, Ya Layla. See, Sa'atu ki, because you are talking to Layla. But suppose if you are talking to Hamid, what will you say? Sa'atuka. Okay? Please remember that. Man, yeah. Here we have akhwatu. Man, we will say, man abu kunna. Man abu kunna. Did you get the point, my brothers and sisters? Man abu kunna. Ya akhi, you are asking a brother. What will you say to him? Masmuka. If you were to ask a sister, what will you say? Masmuki. See, the pronouns we have to remember. Right? In English, what is your name to both? Right? But in Arabic, it's very specific. Right? Ya ukhti. See here, ya akhi, masmuka. What will be here, my brothers and sisters? You guess it, if you can guess it. Masmuki, ya ukhti, oh my sister. Ya banatu, plural. Okay, so what will you say? Ummu, what will you take the pronoun from here? Ummu kunna. Ummu kunna. Fil baiti, ya banatu. Now this is ya ikhwanu. So what will you say? Ma asma'u kum. Ma asma'u kum. What are your names, ya ikhwanu? Now, brothers and sisters, these are beautiful exercises. By writing them, you will become strong. And you want to have these pronouns in your mind all the time when you read the Quran and when you do the Madina books, inshallah. Now, this is not halwa puri, my brother. This is just a jalebi because it's very easy. It's only ana and nahnu for both. Ana and nahnu for both. See here, this is masculine. This is masculine. What will you say here? Ana. Ana Muslimun. So you will say here, Ana. What will you say? Muslimuna? What will you say? Nahnu. Muslimuna. Maybe you, I think I will write down. Ana Muslimun. Nahnu Muslimuna. Muslimantu. Muslimatun. But it is, the pronoun is same. Ana, nahnu for both gender. So what will you say? Ana Muslimatun. Okay. Muslimatun, what will you say? Nahnu. Nahnu Muslimatun. Mubtada khabar. And what will you say here? Same thing. Nahnu Banatul Mudiri. We are the daughters of the Mudir. Here, what will you say here, my brother and sister? You will say Anabnu. Anabnu Mudarisi. Anabnu. Ana, if you break it down, Ana Ibnul Mudarisi. I am the son of the Mudir. What will you say here, my brothers and sisters? Nahnu Tullabun. What will you say here? This noun refers to feminine. So a sister will say, Ana Maridatun. Ana Maridatun. That's it. Very important exercise. Very important exercise to make you strong in pronouns, you know. Okay. Now, here is read and write. Read and write. Very important. Read and write and understand. And also, if you want to analyze a little bit, you can, but I don't force you to do it. Zahaba, this is verb. So this is jumla failure, verbal sentence. Zahaba abi. So it is Abu plus ya. The file is Abu, my father. My father went to Cairo, Kahirati. Kabla usbu'in, this is important. A week ago. This is very important. A week ago. Fine. So here comes Kabla and Ba'da. Mata kharajta min al-fasli ya Muhammad. When did you came out of the class? Fine. I'll say kharajta. Mata kharajta min al-fasli. Kharajtu. I came out Ba'da darsi, after the lessons. So Ba'da is your zarf, mudaf ilayhi, zarf, mudaf ilayhi, but no more than that. Because these are jumla, all are jumla failure. Zahabtu ila al-masjid. Zahabtu ila al-masjid. I went to the masjid. Qabla al-adhani. Before the adhan, I went to the masjid. Mata zahaba ammuki ila Riyadh ya Amina. See, now here is something that I want to break it down. Two words. Amuki. Mudaf mudaf ilayhi. Mata, when, zahaba, fi'al, amu fa'il. Huwa mudaf ka mudaf ilayhi. Ila Riyadh Amina. So answer is zahaba qabla shahrin. A week, a month ago. Zahaba qabla shahrin. A month ago. Now I ask you something. Where is the file here? Mustatir. Mustatir means hidden. Remember, file mustatir. If you cannot find the file, then it is mustatir. Mostly it will be in huwa and here. The rest of the pronouns, the file will be there in the verb, attached to the verb. So what will you say? Mata dhahaba ammuki ila Riyadh. Either you can say dhahaba ammi, but otherwise there is no need to say that. You say dhahaba qabla shahrin. He went a month ago. Now again here, I wrote it down for you to see properly. Hamzatul Istifham and the Zarf. Okay, do you see that? I broke it down so that you should not get confused. And Qabla, but written together. Written together. Written together. Qabla Salati, Qabla Zarf. Okay, my brother and sister, only Zarf. What is Salati? Mudaf ilayhi. That's all. Zarf, Mudaf ilayhi. Qabla Salati, Zahabta ila al-mat'ami. Did you go to the restaurant? See, Zahabta. Okay, my brother and sister. Zahabta. Where is the file? Ta is there. Qabla Salati, before the Salat, you went to the matam. What is the answer? La. Zahabtu ba'da Salati. I went. Where is I? Where is I here? I is here too. Okay. I went after the Salah. Inshallah. Now here, this is all very easy. Inshallah, you understand. Aina zahabta ya akhi. Where is the verb? Zahab. Fi'lu madin mabniun ala sukun. Ta, what is ta? Fa'il. Okay. And if you want to ask brothers, Aina zahabta ya akhi. Aina zahabtum. See? Zahab with sukun, tum. Same way. Fi'al, madi, mabniun ala sukun, tum, fa'il, ya ikhwani. You know, you are asking a sister, Aina zahab, and then ti. Ti is the fa'il. Where did you go, oh my sister? And now you are asking all the sisters, ya akhawati. So what will you say? Aina zahab tunna. Zahab tunna. Okay? Ana zahabtu. I went. Okay, ana zahabtu. Nahnu zahabna. Ana, I went. Nahnu zahabna. She's telling you about the verb zahab, how it is used in 6 pronouns, you know. But I would love you to sing the song and memorize it, you know. Huwa zahaba. Only zahaba. Huma zahaba. Zahabu. Zahabu. Hiya zahabat. Huma zahabata. Hiya zahabat. Huma zahabata. Hunna zahabna. Hunna zahabna. Anta zahabta. Antuma zahabtuma. Antum zahabtum. Antum zahabtum. Anti zahabti. Antuma zahabtuma. Anti zahabti. Antuma zahabtuma. Antunna zahabtunna. Antunna zahabtunna. Ana zahabtu. Nahnu zahabna. Ana zahabtu. Nahnu zahabna. Very easy, inshallah. Fine. Now here comes the end of lesson 15. I hope you're enjoying. This is a very beautiful lesson. It should, you know, you should understand it and enjoy it, inshallah. So now here comes qabla. What is qabla? Just remember zarf. Okay. Qabla also denotes to time. Okay. Qabla is a adverb of time. Zarfu zaman. You don't have to remember all these things, but I'm telling you because you might be able to put two and two together. Qabla, zarf, ba'da, also zarf, also time. Kaifa, how, for asking question. Mata, when. Al-usbu'u, a week. Shahru, my brother and sister. Shahru, month. Al-adhanu, azan. As-salatu, prayer. Raja, to return. Ikhtibar, examination. Now you come here, my brothers. See, Dr. Sahib he does very thoroughly these things. Amazing. He's very, all the ideas that Dr. Sahib has. When I say Dr. Sahib, I mean Dr. Abdurrahim. Damairu munfasilatun. What is it? Detached pronoun. Detached pronoun. Okay. Singular and plural. Singular and plural. So we say huwa talibun and hum tulabun. Are you with me, my brothers and sisters? I want you to count it. This is one. And this is two. So I write down two here. What are we missing? No mention of dual. No mention of dual. No mention of dual. What are we missing? Huwa, huma, hum. So, no, this is not there. But that's fine. That's fine. I always have this habit of saying in sequence. So then here, and then hunna. What is missing? Huma. Here, huma, hunna. Huwa, huma, hum. Here, huma, hunna. So again, huma is missing. Number two, huma. And here is two. Anta, antuma, missing. Antum. Anta, antum. Singular, plural. Two. Anti, feminine. Antunna, feminine, plural. What is missing? Antum. And then we have ana, talibun. And nahnu, tullabun. How many pronouns are there? Ana and nahnu. Two only. Ana talibatun, same. First person. This is second person. And this is third person. I have given you. Look at this and think about it, Nahnu, the same, Now I ask you something. I have here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many? 10. Together, And how many are missing? 4. So 10 and 4, that is your 14 pronouns. Do you see that? But again, I'm just want to mention it's better to do in sequence. But that you will do it on the sheet that you have, verb conjugation sheet. You will do it. I want to start the present tense, mudhariya, but not today. Next week, I'll start something. So please do as many sheets in sequence, as many verbs in sequence as possible. make yourself very comfortable with the Madi, past tense, and then Mudariya, we will do. I will start Mudariya, but in small pieces. I won't show you everything. No. In small pieces, I want you to do about 6 first, and then 6 again, and like that. Yeah? Now, my brothers and sisters, this is something very funny. I found it. I want to share with you. I'll be talking to you about this also in other lessons. But the thing is that we, as a Muslim, and when we learn Arabic, we learn it in a proper way. And the way the Arabic is to be learned and to be understood. Now, those Western scholars, they have their own way of describing Madi, past tense, and Mudariya, present tense. They will say, past tense, they will say, the verb is perfect. Are bhai, why do you call this past tense perfect verb? And then what do you call Mudariya? They will say imperfect. Acha, perfect and imperfect. We don't say that in Arabic. It's Madi and Mudariya, present tense and past tense. Madi, past tense, Mudariya, present tense. So I thought about it, and I said they have a reason for saying imperfect and perfect. Madi is perfect. The reason for their calling it perfect is that the action has been done. The action took place. You cannot change it. So they call it perfect. The action is done. Whether it is a good action or if it was a good deed or bad deed, it's done. You can't change it. But Mudariya, brother, has a little more detailed meaning. The action is being done, but not completed. But not completed. It continues. When we say, Nabaduka, Nabaduka, oh Allah, I worship you and I will continue to worship you. So that is continue to worship you is there. See, every time you say in your salah, how many times we say daily? Iyaka na'budu. You only we worship. But that the worship, the action of worship will continue. And we will worship you. And then وَإِيَّاكَ, and to you only nasta'inu, and to you only we will ask for help. And will continue to ask for help. I just thought to mention you that Mahdi, the scholars from the Western world, they call it perfect. And Mudariya, they call it imperfect. Anyway, now comes something very, very exciting. It's very different. So I want to devote the rest of my time in this, inshallah. I have to learn how to go to the keep thing it. Maybe, okay, you will have to wait till I change the page, my brother. The key has come. This is, you all have it, my brothers and sisters. You all have it. I want to go to the lesson 15. This is very important. So beautifully explained by Dr. Abdurrahim. Very beautifully. (14 and 15). Okay, my brother and sister. No, we have to go to 16. Sorry, I beg your pardon. 16. Now, this is something I want every one of you, whether you have the new version of the Madina book or the old version of Madina book, the information is same. In the new version, of course, it's very, the pages are big, the fonts are bigger, and there are some colors. So it's much easier to follow it, inshallah. But nevertheless, the information is same. So you have to follow it first in the key. First in the key. Maybe I'll send you the whole Madina book PDF that Brother Yusuf Jamal has done it. I will send you. Keep it in case you don't have it. Keep it there with you. Very important. Huh? Brothers and sisters, in this lesson, we learn, what do we learn? In this lesson, we learn, number one, in Arabic, nouns are classified as rational and irrational. You have to remember this. Rational noun and irrational noun. Okay? They are called, what is rational noun called? Intelligent. And what is irrational noun called? Unintelligent. Remember this, very important. Rational nouns and irrational nouns. Okay. Rational nouns are those that refer to human beings, angels, and such being. Okay, are also included in this. Angels, human beings are included in this rational. Because besides, here I think Dr. Saab did not mention the devils. Even the jinn has intelligence. Okay, now I ask you something. Irrational. Irrational nouns refer to things, animal, and concepts. Irrational nouns refer to things, animals, and concepts. In the singular, there is no difference between these two groups. Same. Everything is same when they are singular. In plurals, okay, my brothers and sisters, in plurals, however, there's a very important difference. Plurals of rational nouns are treated as plurals. So plural words like they, these are used to refer them. Okay? Plurals of irrational nouns are treated as a feminine singular. That is the most important thing. The plurals of feminine nouns, irrational. No, I shouldn't say feminine, but plurals of irrational nouns are treated as feminine. Plurals of irrational nouns are treated as a feminine singular. This is extremely important to understand. That's why I'm paying so much time and attention to this. Rational, my brother and sister, is akil. Jisme akal hai, who has got intelligence. See, what do you say here? Haza talibun, jadidun. Talib is a akil noun. Huwa sagirun. Did you get it? Huwa sagirun. Haulai tulabun, jududun. Hum sigarun. everything is matching to the singular and plural. This is singular, huwa, jadidun, talibun, sagirun, everything. How will I, plural? Tulabun, jududun, hum, sigarun. Everything is plural. Now comes, my brothers and sisters, irrational, ghairu akil. Extremely important lessons to follow. It will help us throughout our study of Quran and throughout our life when you refer to the Quran, when you read Quran. See now, Haza kitabun jadidun. So when they are singular, they are like singular of akil noun. Huh? Same. Haza kitabun jadidun huwa sagirun is small. But when it comes to plural, the world changes. The whole world will change. Huh? Plural. Hada kitabun, one book. When you say kutubun, plural, you will say hazihi. Are bhai, ye kya ho gaya? Hazihi. Hazihi kutubun. Here we say hada kitabun jadidun, and you say jadidatun. Why did you say jadidatun hazihi? Because this is now we are treating kutubun as a singular muannas. Here, you take a bunch of books and you say here. In the beginning, it will not make any sense, but that's the way the language is done, has been created, and it is interesting. You will become master, my brother, inshallah. Here, sagiratun. Here, kutubun is here, sagiratun. So, my brother and sister, so regard the plurals of irrational nouns as feminine singular. This is the punchline. What is it? So regard the plurals of irrational noun as feminine singular. Now I have something here that I always say in the class. I want you to understand it. But in a kullu jumu'i, or you can say kullu jama, if you want to say kullu jama, that is also fine. Kullu jama'in, you can say kullu jumu'in. Jumu'in is the plural of jama. Kullu, maybe you should say only kullu jama, because I say like that, kullu jama. I'll say kullu jama. Kullu jama. Kullu jama'in. Muannasun. Every jama is a muannas, singular muannas. So here is a little story. I don't know. I was very amused with it. I'm sure Dr. Abdurrahim mentioned it, that it comes in the books, maybe old literature, that there was a king attending his court with all his ministers sitting, and then all of a sudden a commander of some region rushed in the middle of their meeting, and he was short of breath because he was riding his horse, and then came into the room where the court was taking place. So king says, "What's the matter? Huh? what is the matter with you? He said, yeah, O my king, there is forces, the troops, forces are ready to attack us on this particular flank, particular side. And I've come here to ask you, what shall we do? A very big, powerful force is coming to attack us. But the way he said it in Arabic, he says, a force, he said, Jamu, Jamu. A big force, Jamu, he said, is coming to attack us. Or you can say Jumui. I think Jumui here will be better. Jumui means troops, the gang. A force is attacking us. Jumui. What shall we do? When the king heard that he's using the word Jumui, he said, don't you know, O commander? Kullu Jama Muannas. The whole Jama troops is equal to one lady. Are you going to be scared of one lady? Did you get the point? He said, Jamui. The king said, Kullu Jama Muannas. They are only equal to one lady. So don't worry. Go and do whatever is right for you to do. Don't worry. Did you get the point? Now, I remember this thing that Dr. Abdurrahim said, and I always told all students, and when we are studying Quran, I am again mention all to the students, Kullu Jama Muannas. So you must remember this phrase. Yeah? What will you remember, my brothers and sisters? You will remember this phrase, Kullu Jama Muannas, means all plurals are equal to one singular. Muannas, one singular. Muannasun. Kullu Jama Muannasun. The whole group is equal to one muannas. Okay, having said this, now we go back to our lesson. Lesson 16. Now that you understood it, inshallah, you'll find it very easy. We are here. Alhamdulillah. See, look at it, my brother. Al-Mudaris. Liman hazihi aklamun. Liman hazihi aklamun ya Muhammad. To whom these pens belong to. To whom these pens belong to. But see, we are used to saying, Haulai or Ulaika. No, when it is come to broken plural, remember, aklamun is a broken plural, and also it is a gar akil. Aklamun, kalam, pen does not have akal. Okay, so Muhammad said, how he replied? Hiya li, ya Ustad. Okay, translate here now. Hiya li means they are mine. Are baap re baap. They are mine. These, they are mine. Okay, fine. So why? Because why it is used here in Hazi? Kullu Jama Muannas. Every broken plural referring to Gair Akil. Remember, irrational pronouns, irrational nouns. Irrational nouns. Irrational nouns are treated as a singular muannas. Okay, fine. Al-Mudaris.
Hiya jamilatun. Arey baap re baap. Here we have hiya jamilatun. So what is this? They are beautiful. See, jiddan, they are very beautiful. Again, hiya means they, refers to aklamun. And jamilatun, why jamilatun? Huh? It refers to he, one muannas, jamilatun. Huwa jamilun, hiya jamilatun. So aklamun became hiya and it became jamilatun. Now, second question. وَهَذِهِ الْكُتُبُ الْجَدِيدَةُ. Okay, bye. هذه الكتب الجديدة singular. The naat is in singular. هذه, how will you translate? You will translate as, and these new books. هي لك. So here again we have, my brother and sister, here, are they yours? Are they belong to you? La, 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 la. Here li hamidin. They are. See again, here means they. They belong to Hamid. Okay. Aina dafatirukum. Daftarun and dafatiru. Remember, this is the plural. It has a special pattern. Mafailu. You will try to bear this in your mind. Mafailu. Mamnu min sarf. See here, look at it. I said mafailu. No dhamma here because it is diptote. So now, aina dafatirukum ya ikhwanu. Where are your notebooks? Oh, brothers, your notebooks. Normally in English we say they, but in Arabic they'll say here, they, here, huna, here, they are here. Ala hazal maktabati, on this desk, here, huna, they are here, this desk, on this desk. Okay, my brothers and sisters, I want you to remember this. This is the main thing. And I did not explain you, but there's little explanation in the key of lesson 16 about mafa'ila, but it is not important, so I didn't want to text you too much. This is the main focus for us today. What is the main focus of today? Always I'll tease you. You will have to reply. Everybody in my class replies. Kullu jama muannas. Every irrational plural is a muannas. That's all. Kullu jama muannas. Remember this. Don't forget. Okay. Some of my students in the class must be laughing now. Now, here is a very beautiful example. Very beautiful example. Mufrat. This is A is for akil. Maybe I should write down. Akil. Or I should say rational. Okay, akil, rational. And this is gairu akil. Okay, so what is in Arab, we say in English, irrational. Irrational means they don't have intelligence. Okay, fine. No, my brother, mufrad, haza kitabun jadidun. This is a new book. No, I beg your pardon, not kitabun, yeah. Haza, haza, haza talibun. Haza talibun jadidun. This is a new student. Huh? Haza mubtada, talibun khabar, jadidun nat. Huh? Okay. Huwa min America. He's from USA. Look at the spelling of America. Okay. You have to remember that. Huh? What is the plural? Haulai tulabun jududun. Huh? Just the plural of what you wrote. Huh? Talibun became tulabun, jadidun became jududun. Haulai tulabun jududun. These are the new students. Hum in America. Because they refer to akil, rational nouns. Rational nouns. And irrational nouns. Okay, my brother and sister, now we come to totally different. Al-Mufrad. Mufrad, no change. Only in the Jama, there is a change. Remember, Mufrad will be like this Mufrad. Huh? Mufrad will be like this Mufrad. No change. هذا كتاب جديد هو من أمريكا. No change. هو من أمريكا. No change. Okay. Jama. This is where the action took place. Al-Jama. هذه. You did not say هؤلاء. هذه كتب جديدة. Did you get it? هذه كتب جديدة. Huh? How will you translate? How will you translate? These are new books. Huh? So, هذه was used because kullu jama muannas. Remember, kullu jama muannas. Okay. Here. Huh? What will be the translation of that? They are from USA. They are from USA. Did you get the idea? Now, this is the gist of what we are learning in this lesson. And now we are going to do a good exercise. Yeah, I think I'm going to continue with this because the other lesson was not difficult. This is the most important lessons. It will change our thinking and approach in the next lessons. In fact, throughout the books, in fact, throughout the Quran, it will change us. Okay, fine, my brothers and sisters. Change the subject in each of the following sentences to plural as shown in the example. Huh? Fine. Mithal. What is the example? Hada baytun. This is a house. No. Hadihi buyutun. Huh? See, buyutun is a irrational noun, and we had to use hazihi. Okay. How will you translate? These are houses. These are houses. Now, There's a beautiful thing here Dr. Abdurrahim has done, and this is all these things, Brother Yusuf Jamal has put extra here. Okay, see this brackets. Why are these brackets here? Because they refer to plurals of irrational, but they have one particular pattern. See, these are divided by patterns. So that is very important, very important, very important. Okay, if we do all these things, you have to write. Huh? So there's a lot of homework for you. I will not ask you to do anything else. Just write all these things. All these things, write down carefully, check your answers, but they are very easy, my brother. Okay, so Baitun, Buyutun, Najmun, what is the plural? Nujumun. So what will you say here, my brother and sister? You will say, Hazihi Nujumun. That's all. I'm not writing Nujumun. Hada Darsun. What is the plural of Dars? Durus. See? Buyut, Nujum, Durus. Same pattern. Huh? Same pattern. So that will be, you will say, Hazihi Durusun. Okay. Aklamun, Abwabun, Anharun. Bab, Abwab, Nahar, river, Anhar, pen, Aklamun. So you will say, Hazihi Aklamun. Hazihi Abwabun. These are pens, these are doors, and Hazihi Anharu. These are rivers. Haza Jabalun, Jibalun, Kilabun, the dogs, Kalbun, Kilabun, Bahar, ocean, Bihar, plural, same pattern, same pattern, same pattern. Now, my brothers and sisters, will say, Haza Kalbun, Haza Kalbun, Hazihi Kilabun, Hazihi Kilabun, Haza Bahrun, Hazihi Biharun, Haza Kitabun, Hazihi Kutubun, that we learned in the lesson earlier. Himar is a donkey, plural is humur. So Haza Himarun, and then you'll say Hazihi Humurun. Sarir, Sururun, you'll say Haza Sarirun, Hazihi Sururun. Daftarun, this is same pattern. This is same pattern, my brothers and sisters. Mafa'ilu, Mafa'ilu. I'll write down here. Mafa'ilu. هذه هذا دفتر هذه دفاتر ممنوع من صرف. There's only one dhamma at the end. هذا مكتب هذه مكاتب هذه مكاتب هذا فندق. This is a hotel. هذه فنادق. Now, if you write it, inshallah, you will be able to remember it. And I ask you something, brother, don't get frustrated if you cannot memorize it. It comes slowly, slowly. Rome was not built in a day. You will do it slowly, slowly. But writing will make you memorization easy. That I can give you a guarantee. If you write and then read it again, it will make you it easy. Now here is the funny thing, my brother. Here's the funny thing. Hazihi, ठीक है भाई, Hazihi saatun. This is a watch. Now I want to say these are watches. How will you write down? Again, you will say Hazihi. Even you use this for singular and you will use for plural. Hazihi saatun. Why saatun became Hazihi? Kullu jama muannas. Fine. Hazihi sayaratun. What will you say? هذه سيارات. هذه طائرة. This is an aeroplane. And what will you say plural? هذه. Again, same. These. The translation will be these. These are watches. These are cars. These are airplanes. Now comes here ذلك نجم. Huh? So what is the plural of najmun? Nujumun. So what will you say? Nujumun. Tilka. Tilka nujumun. Tilka nujumun. Huh? Tilka sayaratun. That is a car. How will you say in Jama? These are cars. Same, you will use tilka. Okay? Did you get the idea? This is very beautiful. Very beautiful. It is interesting. You will love it. And when you complete all these exercises, my brothers and sisters, there will be a special joy in your heart because you are learning something very, very important, inshallah. What will you remember? I'm telling you one more time. Kullu jama muannas. Every irrational noun is a muannas. Remember the story of the king and the commander? Huh? Fine. Now we have to figure out ourselves, which one will fit. Before we did, no, this is, I think, no, this is now we are coming to zalika, tilka, ulaika. Zalika is a muzakkar, tilka is muannas, and ulaika goes with muzakkar and muannas together. Huh? So what will you say here, my brothers and sisters? You should be able to say it. Zalika. My handwriting will not be nice, I'm writing fast. Okay. Number 2, tullabun. You will say ulaika. Ulaika tullabun. What will you say here? Zalika najmun. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Here now comes nujumun. What will you say? Inshallah, you will say it properly. Tilka. Tilka nujumun. These are stars, You point out to sky and you say to somebody, Zalika najmun. Or you tell your child, small child, that is a star. And then Tilka nujumun. These are the stars. What will you say here? Zalika. Baitun. What will you say? Banatun. First question, is banatun akil or ghair akil? It is akil, so you will say ulaika. Ulaika. You know it is ulaika. Right. Ulaika. Darrajatun. Bicycles. Huh? What will you say? This is jama. Tilka. Tilka darrajatun. What will you say here? Same darrajatun singular. Huh? This is a bicycle, that is a bicycle, and you will say again same. Tilka darrajatun. And what will you say here? Zalika sarirun. Inshallah, you'll remember. Huh? Oh, it is continuing. Sururun. This is the jama of beds. You will say tilka. Dajajatun. Of course, you will say zalika. Number 2. Mudarisatun. What you will say? Zalika. Mudarisatun. Ulaika. Because it is akil. Hajun. One haji, one pilgrim. What will you say? Zalika. Hujajun. Shall I say tilka? Looks like a broken plural. No, this is akil. It is rational noun, so it will be ulaika. Ulaika hujajun. What will you say? That is a masjid. What will you say? Zalika. Huh? And what will you say here? Sayaratun. Shall I say ulaika? No, I will say tilka. I hope it makes sense to you. It is very interesting. Work hard, gradually. Make sure you check your answers also. I have a student, I give her a lesson, and he is very brilliant. And, he does all the exercises, and and I have told him to check with the key so that you save time. Your exercises have to be checked. But now everything is so easy. The checking is done by you. You will be checking it. Huh? Fine, my brothers and sisters. A small isharati lil kareem. Huh? Demonstrating pronouns for something near to us. Lil akil. Akil, what is the akil? Rational nouns. Okay? And this is irrational nouns. This is the summary of everything Dr. Sab is giving us. Lil akil. See, something that is near, which will be haza and hazihi. Little ba'id, zalika, tilka, and ulaika. Okay, same, fine. Haza talibun, fine. This is a student. Haulai tulabun. No, brother, I think I made a mistake here. Sorry about that. I don't know. Lil akil, this is also rational. No, this column is for rational. Forgive me, my brothers and sisters. You will have to forgive me because I tend to make little mistakes here and there. You will be generous enough to forgive me. Rational noun. Okay. Haza talibun, this is a student. Hazihi talibatun, fine. Haulai tullabun, haulai talibatun. Now, a small ishara, lil ba'id. Zalika talibun, that is a student. Tilka talibatun, that is a feminine student. Ulaika tullabun, those are the students, male students, and those are the female students. Fine. Now we come to Gair Akil. Now here is the irrational lil Karib and lil Ba'id. Lil Ba'id, far, lil Karib, near. Demonstrative pronouns for something which is near and for something which is far. Ligari Akil, my brothers and sisters. So it is irrational. 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 غير عاقل. Fine. هذا بيت. Fine. When you go into the plural, change into هذه. These are homes. Now look at this, my brother and sister. This is something very important to bear in mind. Don't get confused. هذه سيارة. This is a car. How do you say, these are cars? You will still use hazihi. You will still use hazihi. This is very important for you to keep in mind. And if you find this is confusing, I say, don't worry, brother. Okay. Rome was not built in one day. You will get it, inshallah. I also say, दिल्ली जाना जरूरी है, but बहुत दूर है. दिल्ली जाना जरूरी है. It is far, but we will go. दिल्ली दूर है. दिल्ली दूर है. Nowadays, I don't want to go to Delhi. There are too many problems. दिल्ली दूर है, लेकिन जाना जरूरी है. But we have to go. We'll reach our manzil, our destination, inshallah. هذه سيارة, هذه سيارة. تلك سيارة. Do you see here? Tilka, tilka, tilka. Did you get the idea? Zalika, tilka, tilka. No, ulaika or haulai, no. All singular monas. Zalika, tilka, tilka, tilka. Okay, inshallah. That's it. I got 6 minutes. Now I will go and do a couple of things here. Not too many things. Look at it, my brother and sister. This is what we'll do next time. Very interesting. You will love it, inshallah. You are going to love this. Abwabul Masjidi. Abwabu, my brothers and sisters, is the plural of Babun. Babun, Abwabun. Now, all these things now you'll be using plurals. You will be forced to understand plurals and do it. Okay? So what will you say? Well, Abwabu, the doors, plural. The doors of the masjid are open. Now, come on. Maftuhatun is used for muannas, not for masculine. Okay? If there was only one door, then you will say Babul Masjidi. The door of the masjid, what will you say? Maftuhun. Are you with me? Maftuhun, it should match Mubtada and Khabar. Okay, in gender. Babu, Maftuhun. Abwabul Masjidi, Maftuhatun. Are bhai, ye kya ho gaya? Because Abwab is a irrational pronoun, gair akil. The doors of the masjid are open, but you say singular muannas. I ask you something, why? What should be your answer? Kullu jama muannas. That is your answer all the time. Kullu jama muannas. Liman hadhil buyutul jadidu. Hadhil buyutu al jadidatu. To whom these new houses belong to. Here they belong to the director of the corporation. Yeah. And nujumu. And nujumu. The stars. What will you say? Jamilatun. Monas. Why monas? Kullu jama monas. The stars are beautiful, but you made the stars into monas. If you say singular, and najmu jamilun. I'll write down here just for your information. And Najmun and Najmun, Jamilun, but An-Nujumu, Jamilatun. هذه دروس, these lessons. I should say, yes, that's correct statement. هذه دروس. See, again, you use هذه. هذا درس, هذه دروس سهلة. These lessons are easy. That is your translation. These lessons are easy. Are they easy? نعم. You will say نعم. هذه دروس سهلة. نعم هذه دروس سهلة. Yes. في الهندي, in India, لغات كثيرة. In India, لغات means لغة singular, لغات plural. في الهندي لغات كثيرة. You won't say كثيرون, كثيرة. In India, there are many languages. Did you get the idea? Okay. اللغات, the languages, كثيرة في الهندي. There are many languages in India. Fine. That's it, my brother and sister. I hope you like it, but we'll start from here. We'll start from the lesson 17 again. Remember, what is the theme of today's lesson? Before we say goodbye to all of you, what is the theme of today's lesson? Only one theme. Kullu jama muannas. Remember, kullu jama muannas, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan, my brother. May Allah bless you all for your time that you have set aside for today's dars. May Allah reward you with unbounded khair in both the worlds, inshallah. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina wa zurriyatina qurrata ayunin waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka anta samiul alim wa tub alayna innaka anta tawwabur rahim. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifuna wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.